Hundreds of people have already ordered this car, guys. Xpeng have just given me an update on the number of people who have ordered using my link, because you're going to get a free charger, you're going to get free home installation, plus this car is just insane value. And the number of people who have ordered now is insane. I mean, we're looking at, I believe, potentially up to 500 orders. And the price hasn't even been released. But you guys know approximately what the price is. Approximately around about $60,000 for the long-range Xpeng G6. There are no options, comes with everything standard. And, well, yeah. Once the general public actually learn the price of this vehicle, once they learn just what you're getting for the money, I think people are going to be pretty shocked. I think there's going to be potentially thousands of orders within the space of, maybe even a week or two. Guys, after really having a good look at the Tesla Model Y Juniper, what I think's coming, when I think it's coming, I decided actually I think the G6, the Xpeng G6 is better value. I outlined all those reasons in my previous video, which, to be honest, it was quite long. It was about 25 minutes long. Here's some quick ones. Range, battery pack size, right? 570 kilometers of range. In a test in Europe, where they tested the Xpeng G6 versus 26 other cars, the G6 got more range than the Tesla Model Y long range. So that's the G6 all-wheel drive, right? The all-wheel drive version got more range than the Tesla Model Y long range rear-wheel drive. The rear-wheel drive long range is meant to get 600 kilometers of range, WLTP. It got 533. The long-range Xpeng G6 all-wheel drive is meant to get 550 kilometers of range. It's all-wheel drive, so less. But it actually got more range than the Tesla Model, about the same range as the Tesla Model Y, meaning this model here, which is the Xpeng long-range rear-wheel drive, it should get approximately, or pretty close to 570 kilometers of range, because in this test, it was, well, one of the best tested vehicles in terms of, first of all, charging speed, and second of all, actually hitting its claimed range. So this is a test where there was 26 different electric cars tested. They do this every 6 months. They do winter tests and summer tests. The two best tested cars in history in Europe. The Xpeng G9 has the fastest charging speed from 10 to 80% ever. And second place is the Xpeng G6. Fastest charging speed, and well, the claimed range was almost what Xpeng is saying. So you're really going to get 570 kilometers of range, even in terms of normal driving, and well, pretty close to that anyway. Or also, in addition, you're also going to get the claimed charging speed, 10 to 80% charging in just under 20 minutes, about 19.6 minutes, 10 to 80%. That, in my opinion, just means the G6 is a phenomenal car. But when you add to the fact the G6 is about $12,000, depending on how you add it up, but approximately $12,000 to $13,000 cheaper than a Tesla Model Y long range. Plus, you're getting extra features that you don't get on the Model Y unless you order enhanced autopilot. The value equation, in my opinion, is mind-blowing. Those are the biggest reasons why I've ordered, guys. And yeah, you'll see here in the video that I had a good look at this video in person at the Melbourne EV show. Had a good look at all the extra features you're getting in this car that you're not getting in other cars. And honestly, I think this is one of the best value EVs we've ever seen here in Australia. Maybe the best. Like I've said, the Zeekr X, that's a great car, smaller car. This vehicle in particular, the Zeekr X is perfect for Shanna, what she needs. For me, the G6 is great because it's a bit bigger and I can fit in the the bikes and things in the boot. It's got a good size boot. It's really ideal. So if you want to go through and place an order, make sure you use my link. It's in the description. You will get a charger, a free charger, and home installation of that charger. That's valued at, well, more than $1,000. You get that for free, and I don't make any profit from that. So really, that's just a deal that Xpeng are willing to offer you guys for supporting electric cars, supporting the Australian electric revolution, which, to be honest, with these new cars, I think we're going to see a big boost in EV sales here in Australia. I think we're going to see massive uptake in EVs over the next 12 months. This is one of many different models coming. There's lots of other models, guys. I made a video showing 53 different new models coming. 52 of those are non-Tesla models. They are just Chinese products. I mean, you've got the Xpeng G9 coming, you've got the Xpeng X9 coming. You've got a bunch of other cars coming from other brands. If you want to see that video, by the way, I'll put a link in the description below. Hey guys, we're here at the Melbourne Electric SUV show. This is going to be on in Sydney
in November. So stay tuned for the Sydney show if you guys are from Sydney. Guys, this is the new Xpeng G6, and it's going to be a real tough decision. Do you buy one of these or do you buy a Tesla Model Y? I mean, really honestly, I don't know, because this is an incredibly impressive car. It was really hard to get people out of this car because so many people are so interested in this new EV. So guys, let's have a look inside the new Xpeng G6, which goes on sale in Australia in only a couple of months' time. As you can see, guys, they've got a very sleek door handle, so hidden inside the body of the car, which improves the aerodynamics of the car. You're going to get a little bit more range because of those hidden door handles, those flush door handles. It does look good too. I really think the shape of this car, probably a bit nicer looking than a Model Y. In fact, definitely a bit nicer looking than a Model Y. So guys, let's have a look inside. All right guys, so looking at the interior of this Xpeng G6, it is definitely a step up from a Model Y. Definitely a little bit more premium looking in the interior. You can see these heated ventilated seats. They feel like premium seats. They don't feel like the kind of vinyl cheap seats that you often see in some of the other electric cars that you can buy. Really, really nice seats and a good shape, kind of like a real premium looking interior. One of the things that really stands out to me, guys, is the fact that this media screen, it doesn't look like an afterthought. So they've basically put a media screen here right in the middle of the car. You've got like a 12-inch digital screen in front of you. So that is probably one of the differences, but for some people they don't want a Tesla Model Y because they don't have a screen directly in front of the driver. That's one of the things that stands out to me. Probably two differences between this and the Model Y is this does look more premium on the inside of the car, but also you're getting that digital screen in front of you. Another thing that I noticed, guys, the steering wheel, it's a really, really nice shape. I'm a big fan of that. I'm a big fan of the shape of the steering wheel. And I also think the color of the interior makes it not look drab. I mean, a lot of people are complaining. They're saying a lot of new electric cars, they look boring as hell on the inside. They're gray, dark. As you guys can see, this is not gray, but I'm not a fan of white. With a pure white interior, you see marks, you see every single little mark, you see but this is more of a kind of a shade, a darker shade of cream. I'd say a darker shade of cream, so which I think that's quite nice. Now, look at the interior here. You've got a couple of cup holders, then you've got actually your mobile phone chargers, your wireless mobile phone chargers are here. Then of course you've got a really big space here, guys. So we'll edit the video later showing you guys the space here. Big space here, guys. Really, really massive. It's kind of like, can fit my whole arm in there. So that's kind of a nice feature. Okay, the big selling point for Xpeng that I don't think a lot of people know this, and a lot of reviewers don't know this, guys. Car expert, they're good at what they do, but honestly, the big selling point for this car, it's the only serious rival to Tesla when it comes to software. The ADAS system, the autopilot system they have, the reason the Volkswagen Group invested in this company, in Xpeng, basically bought 5% of the company, is to get their software. So their self-driving software, it is possibly equal with Tesla, possibly second to Tesla, but they're up there competing with Tesla with their full self-driving. So there are lots of videos showing this car can park itself. You can do summon. You can literally get out of the car, you can get on your phone, and you can get the car to drive where you want it to go. If it's too hard to park there, you just get out of the car, grab out your phone, and you actually press on your phone, summon, and drive into that spot. Now, it does have like an autopilot system, so this car, it's going to be similarly priced to a Tesla Model Y, and in many ways, it's probably the only real rival in Australia to a Tesla Model Y, which, in my opinion, suggests they're going to sell well. Now, 570 kilometers of range with this car, right? The longer range version of this, that's a lot of range. And considering the charging speed is very fast, it's you can charge 10 to 80% in 20 minutes. That's impressive, guys. So 570 kilometers of range, 0 to 100 in 6.2 seconds. And like I said, a bit more premium inside than a Tesla. Honestly, it does feel a bit more premium. It's going to be a great car to see on the roads. The feedback I'm getting from all the audience out here, all the people, they are all looking at it. They're all like, Sam, get out of the car. We want to get in the car. They're saying basically, look, people are trying to get in and we're saying, no, just give us a minute. So people are so This is probably the most popular stand here today, and everyone's standing around waiting for me, telling me to get out. So I better get out of the car, guys. Xpeng G6 though, it'll be a similar price to a Tesla Model Y. And honestly, I can probably see this selling extremely well in Australia. It's really worth looking at. I hope you guys have enjoyed having a look at this car. Come to the EV show in Sydney. It will be in Sydney. For all of you guys in Sydney, I'll be in Sydney, and I'd love to see you there in Sydney in November.